right. Right? We have them sitting over there in that Board of Ed right now debating on whether or not they should cut from classrooms or cut from central offices. And they know which one is right already. They know which one they should be doing. And they're arguing about it anyway because they've done it year over year over year. This is not the first time we've been here. It's certainly not my first rally, right? I've seen most of you here before. Every single year we're back at this stage. The message is the same, is that somehow the budget can be balanced off of our backs, that somehow we could take more students in the classroom, that somehow we need less to work with in order to help our students. And here's the truth. The truth is the state has never had so much funding in line for education, but we got none. The truth is the federal government has never put forward so many hundreds of millions of dollars for education, but we've got none. That we have to be doing more students in our classrooms and less services for the people that we have been working and seeing in their homes through a pandemic. I watched through the computer screens as my students and their families struggled to make it through one of the worst crises in 100 years. You all saw this too. And now we were here to make it work, to make them feel safe during COVID protocols in a classroom as much as possible after going through trauma and grief for a year and a half. And what do we return to but messages of we don't know what the hell we're doing? Not at all. We've known from day one that we're the ones that are going to fight this fight. We're the ones that are going to fight this fight. They can sit over there and argue about this all day long, but when you say you got to drop an enrollment but you don't got to drop any administrators, I call bull. That's wrong. That's wrong. They don't need that many people up there if they don't say they don't have that many students. And if they're so worried about losing their jobs, they can come back to the classroom because we have over 300 vacancies. I heard we have sub-positions that need filling. In fact, that was an argument I got into around having the superintendent and their cabinet be showing up to schools to make sure they're covering classes. So if you see them in the hallway, say that's right. From here through the rest of the year, because we are not looking at backing down. We're here fighting, and we need more. We need to keep pushing on them because the fact is, this next time in January, when we're back at this school board meeting again, they're going to have more money. The governor's revise. The governor's budget revise is coming through, and we know it's going to come with even more money. In fact, listen to this stupid thing. I'm not kidding. They're going to cut right now they're voting on whether or not to cut from the 10% from schools, which we already know doesn't work, but okay. And then another $10 million from some central office services that are actual programs we use. They're talking about cutting peer resources. How are you going to cut peer resources? Peer resources is who's working on student-to-student issues as it is, doing SEL with each other. Students know what students need. They don't need these cuts. They're talking about cutting the only two. There's only two of these people. There's two people that are called community school coordinators. Okay? Two. There's only two community schools right now. The governor has proposed $3 billion for community schools next year. That is $500,000 per school for the next 5 years, each year. That's $57 million in 1 year if all 114 SFUSD schools applied to be community schools. And you know who did that work? Me. I did the math on that. I went and figured that out. We need to do that, and they're going to cut the program that is that thing. Who says I'll give you money if you do that? And you go, nah, never mind. That means that maybe you don't need the money then, and that's what I'm hearing, and that means you don't need to cut my people. These decisions that are being made behind closed doors are not right because we're not in them, and that's why we've been pressuring this board. We've got people on our board who are actually going to push push forward and try and make this thing happen, and we're watching. I called them today. We are watching you. We are watching to see if you vote your values, if you vote our values, if you vote for students. Because a vote to cut from schools and a vote to cut from classrooms is a vote that means you don't care about students. You want to disrespect schools. You don't care about what's happening. And we're going to be back here again with more people and louder to say, that's not okay. We need every single person on every single school site, every single day.
And more.
They don't fill in who they've got already, and we're hearing and have been saying since before the pandemic that we need more, not less. So this may be the first time we've been together this year, but look, this isn't gonna be the last. Get all your warm clothes ready. We're coming back in January, in February, in March, every single month that we gotta come. We want every single dollar to be representative of a student, a service, and what's happening on the ground. And they can work out who's managing their money and calculating their budgets on their own, because clearly they weren't doing it right the first time. I appreciate you all being here. I'm going to give it up because there's other important people that got things to say. And I am so happy to see students here. Y'all, we've got your back. We have got your back so hard. I can't. Okay, I'm going to stop. Thank you.